express my gratitude to the committees for their dedication in fulfilling their oversight responsibilities. We greatly appreciate the immense effort members invest in conducting business within our respective committees where we sit in. However, I would like to challenge the departmental committees to promptly identify and address topical issues to ensure they are not taken up and dominated by the Senate. Honorable Speaker, is important because we have seen in the last 2 years many of our departmental committees, issues that are topical in the country, issues that concern the people we represent, being taken up by the other house. And Honorable Speaker, if you read the Constitution clearly, it is the National Assembly that represents the people. The Senate represents the counties. And therefore, topical issues on issues that touch on our constituents and on Kenyans, the first point of call should be the National Assembly. And this is only a task that those of us who sit in departmental committees, our chairs and our vice chairs can take up, so that we are not seen like the National Assembly is now being overshadowed by the Senate. Members, again, as the Honorable Junet Mohammed mentioned, on communication, I want to agree with the Leader of Minority, Honorable Speaker, that at times it is very fashionable and politically expedient to speak out in the media, in funerals, in weddings, in rallies, on issues that are before the House. And it's important to remind honorable members that our own standing orders, because we must be a house of rules and procedures, and we pride ourselves that we are an institution of rules and procedures, and our own standing orders stop us from preempting debate on matters that are before the House. But in the last 2 years, we have seen members being tempted to often speak in other fora other than in the House on even legislative proposals that are before the House. And many of the members at Honorable Speaker, you see, speaking on issues that are before the House. When debate is ongoing, be it during second reading or in committee of the whole House, you will hardly ever find those members in the House. And I want to plead with all of us, let us be united in how we communicate on matters before the House or in our committees. It's therefore important to note that arising from your commitment in the House, honorable members, both in House business and in your committee work, we achieved significant milestones, including deliberating on and passing critical bills. Notably, at the tail end of the session, as I noted, we enacted key tax laws such as the Tax Procedures Amendment Bill of 2024, the Business Amendment Laws of 2024 that are now Acts of Parliament, and the Tax Amendment Bill of 2024 that is now the Tax Laws Act of 2024. Confidence and trust in the National Assembly has been battered by the campaign of disinformation and misinformation that we suffered, especially in the run-up to the Finance Bill of 2024, and consequently the campaign of disinformation, especially in the alternative media. And it is only us, honorable members, who can restore that confidence by communicating effectively, communicating correctly and accurately and factually to the public, both in the House and outside of the House. It means the new IEBC selection panel is now already sworn in. I saw them being sworn in yesterday by the Honorable Chief Justice. As they recruit the commissioners for IEBC, we do hope that the new commission will work fast to ensure that all the by-elections that have been pending are carried on and we have a full House. Honorable Speaker,